Hi, friends, and welcome to the Space Game Junkie Podcast. I, as always, am your co-host Brian, and joining me, as always, is your co-host Jim.
What?
And back from his wedding adventure is our co-host Hunter.
The reports of my assimilation are greatly exaggerated.
No, they're not. You've
Yes.
totally been assimilated. And we don't have a guest this week, but we have a friend of Jim's in the literal house. Jim, could you introduce Mike, please?
Yeah, so this is Mike.
Hey. What?
There, is that great? So
Hi, Mike.
Or, hi, Mike.
Mike and I go way back to Sandy Valley High School, where we were the founding alumni from the Sandy Valley Computer Club, blue ribbon winners 3 years in a row in the basic.
Did you
computing.
guys make the ribbons yourselves and give them to yourselves?
Yeah, we had to dot matrix those things.
Better steal them from the 4-H.
I love that sound so much. The good old dot matrix printer sound.
Oh my god, you're in the dot matrix, Neo.
With the perforated paper, and if you misaligned it by one, all your shit would be skewed.
Oh my gosh, yes.
After when it got misaligned, like beat itself against the edge of the printer.
So,
Yeah.
folks,
Good
we don't have a guest this week. With Hunter back, I thought, and with me busy with a bunch of shit, I thought we'd do kind of a lighter show, kind of a free for all. What's been going on with us? What we've been playing? What's going
I've been
on in
playing
the
Steam.
news? How do you
I've been
play?
playing
Steam the
for-
game? Are you getting all those cards and
How
stuff?
do you play Steam?
Well, what you do is you get about 6 hours of sleep in a week.
Oh,
Because
right.
Your game launch. Yes. And then,
Congratulations on that, by the way.
Thank you. It's finally over.
You know what?
It's almost like I want to have one of those, like, I just got divorced drunk parties.
Jim, I
Yeah.
appreciate you keeping the pimpage to a minimal, but go ahead. You've totally deserved it. Go for it.
So I rewrote the Steam description today.
No,
right?
tell people what the game is.
That's the thing. So
You're getting that? Okay.
It is Apollo 4X.
One word.
Right.
One word.
And I apologize for having 4X in there because it misleads people.
It really isn't. It's like a 2X almost.
Yeah, it's a 2.5X. There's some X's.
There's a couple X's.
Yeah, so it's however, we're fixing things now.
Yeah.
We have brought in a different coder because Zach took on another position because we just we got to the point we're doing QA, some light bug fixes, but there's nothing to keep the guy busy for 8 hours a day, right? So he got a job making spreadsheets somewhere, some exciting thing, so it's like he's been most gracious in that he has still continued to patch issues for us, right? So I'm forever thankful for
That's
that.
nice. That's very nice.
We had it was 4 bugs on launch. One of them was ridiculous because it was a morale check against the champion, and
What's the champion?
so what happened? It was funny when we found the bug. So what we did is we had an array that had all of the cards in it, and we intended for there to be a list, and then the ones that weren't subject to route from morale would be removed from the list. Well, the delete from the variable was actually targeting the array itself, so the champion card would just poof out of the array, and he was gone. So that's fixed. And then there was a thing where whenever you clicked undo on the colonial demands, it would refund double the money. So that was pretty cool because you could get some real Bernie Madoff going there. Like just put the money in, take the money out, you get twice as much money. We don't know how this works. That's fixed. So Wall Street's going to have to calm down now.
Gold glitch.
And yeah. So it was like in the scale of things, very, very minor bugs that came out. So, and because people were like, well, are you going to do early access or what? And I was like, no, it's going to be kind of a Hail Mary. We're just going to throw it out there and hope for the best kind of thing. Which actually worked out, and I'm shocked. I thought we were going to get just absolutely destroyed in the reviews because the thing, it's like when I say 4X to you, you think Master of Orion 2. right?
Along those lines, yes,
Yeah,
sure.
and if you look at all the games, good games too, like Star Drive 2, which we had Dan on the show. I really like Star Drive 2. I keep going back and playing it. It's unfortunate that the Chuck cheat like a motherfucker. Will
The what?
they
The
do?
what?
Damn it, Dan. The Chuck, the Earthworm faction guys. They're like the underground dwelling things. Those guys cheat like hell, right? Because
Really?
I'm like 50 turns into the game. I've barely built like 2 ships, and they show up with a frickin' battle fleet, and they're like, "Hey, we would like your planet, please." So I found the way that you defeat that is actually you have to take whatever your home planet is, gear it 100% toward production. Because I got a hold of Dan on Skype, and I'm like, "Dude, your AI is just rolling me over, man. It's terrible." And and he's like, "Well, if you don't want to play it like on easier or whatever, then I'm just like, dude, I'm going to play normal because that's that's normal,
Supposedly.
right? So what's going on?" And he's like, "Well, what you got to do is actually make production like 100%, because he's like, this is what my AI does."
But then what? But then won't your what about? So if you take all your farmers and put them into production, so you're not making any
Well,
food?
you have enough farmers to be farming, right? And you put everything in production, and then you build the farm things that take care of farming, so that you can then take farmers out of farming and stick them in. So you make a factory planet.
Really?
Becomes a giant factory, and you start shitting out ships, and you colonize other planets, and then you do your research and stuff on the neighboring planets. And if you do that, you're okay. And it's like the Chuck showed up, and I was like, haha, bitches, I got ships now too. And I was okay. But that's kind of the formula. You have to play it that way, or you're going to get rolled.
Great.
So, or you can tone it down a little bit. But it's basically that particular alien faction. That's the way they're tuned, right? They're ruthless Klingon destroyers, right?
Yeah.
And that's what they do. Their goal at the beginning of the game is, let's build a fleet and go whip somebody's ass. So that's what they're geared for, and that's why I always run into them, and they always murder me. So I figured out how to get around it. If you know Chucker in the game, just make your first planet a factory, nothing but, and just start cranking out ships. And you better have like as many ships as you possibly have by the time you meet the Chuck. But I love the game though, because it's funny as hell. Like the dialogue and stuff in there is hilarious. It's like all inside jokes and everything. But enough about Star Drive. Let's talk about me. So the reviews have not been bad. One thing that I found like really fast that happened in Steam is when you get troll reviews. Like the people that have positively reviewed the game, it's no joke, because I look at their time and I see that they have played like 10 hours, 15 hours.
Yeah.
They've played the game.
Sure.
Well, I've got 3 negative reviews and like 7 positive reviews, right? And the 3 negative reviews, nobody has more than 20 minutes of playtime. So it's just like, yeah, this game sucks. Thumbs down.
I think for me at least, when I see that someone does a review like that and has little playtime, I don't give that review any credence.
Well, no, but here's the problem, right? Well, yeah, that Mike brings up a good point. The only reason that anybody has actually given a negative review is because we do not have a tutorial built in the game. I wrote the manual, and the manual is like 45 pages long. It's not a joke. And then it's not like Bruce Jarrick's manual for Dominions or anything. Have you ever read that? It's like 400 pages long.
I do have a printed copy of the Dominions 3 manual.
Oh my god.
It's very impressive.
Yeah, Bruce is awesome. And he wrote the Dominions 4 manual as well.
He is a doctor.
It's largely the same.
He's a doctor. He's a mensch.
Yeah, he's a brain surgeon. He's a freaking video game reviewer. I'm no joke, brain surgeon. He's like right down the road. I could stalk him if I wanted to. But he's like over at University of Chapel Hill, which is like just across I-40.
Right.
But it's he did an excellent job with that manual. Well, the deal is I don't have a tutorial integrated into the game because we ran into budget stuff, and it's also like, when I say budget, it's like how much money are you going to put in, right? Because it's not so much that we have a pile of money that's so many dollars tall. It's more like how many dollars can I put in that I reasonably expect to get back out, right? So when we reach that point, it's just like, all right, stop adding and let's start just refining it, get it ready for release, because we can't put any more money into features, right? So we're feature complete. And then, of course, the tutorial is the very last thing, because you backburner it to the end, because you don't know what the hell is going to be in the game until you get to the end. So how do you write a tutorial? So it's the thing that gets left on the cutting room floor from the wish list, right? And it's like, we may come back and do that again. We could come back to it. But I think, okay, I put the manual out. It's like 40-some pages. And then I did an hour-long tutorial video. And I put the tutorial video like right in. When you go to Steam's store page, there's like the 1.5-minute trailer. And the next video, it drops you right into the tutorial, right? So, and I show the whole game end to end, because I'm playing it like in cheat mode, so I unlock everything, and I'm like, this is all this stuff and what it does, right? Yeah. And then in the back of the manual, I go into the numbers. Like, a lot of games don't show you the math. I actually cracked open the files, in the system files, and I put tables in the manual. I'm like, it's almost like the strategy guide for XCOM back in 1994 when Microprose wrote that giant phone book of a hint guide. It's like that. I cracked the numbers out, and I'm like, if you set this difficulty rating, these are the numbers that change and why, right? So we're very transparent about what all's going on in there. But I kind of spoiler warning that, because half of the fun of the game is figuring out how to play it, because it's a really weird game. So it's strange. Like, there's never been anything like this, and the people that dig it, and the people that don't are like, there's no tutorial. I couldn't figure it out.
But Jim, can they dig it? Can they dig it?
Yes, they can dig it. I can't even dig it. Can you dig it?
Thank you.
I did it. All right, that's what you needed.
I did need that.
The Warriors. Hey,
now that I've seen it,
that, dude. You said you saw it.
I saw it. I put at least 10 or 15. I live tweeted, as it were, on your Facebook page as I watched it.
Yeah, that was an epic fail on your part, Jim. Not gonna lie.
I'm sorry. I was probably working that day.
You probably were, but don't you ever look at Facebook? I mean,
dude, you're working that day, but yet you're always on Twitter.
Not on those days.
I should have done it on your Twitter. Maybe you would have seen it then.
We're like 9 people in the hole now. It's like I can't hire anybody, and so nobody told the customers to quit calling.
Can you like hire anybody like that's telecommuting?
Nope, can't do shit. Although they might have to fill my position. I have an interview Thursday.
What?
It's the same company, but
what?
Yeah, actually technical document writing stuff. So we'll find out if I get it or not. But that'll put me on Mike's team, so we'll be working together. Although he's on the West Coast and I'm on the East Coast, but yeah. Like homies together again.
Rap battles.
Yeah, we can. Dude, that's it, dude. We can write the new technical training in rhyme. Yeah. We can be like, it's tricky to rock a rhyme.
Epic rap battles of history. Yeah, or whatever that is.
But anyway, yeah. So it's going to be the thing of like, I've been the documentation guy in stealth mode for 3 years. Because I just, everything I get my hands on, I rewrite it so that people can understand it. And they've noticed. So I have a shot at being the doc writer guy.
And is that a more secure position?
It is, yeah, because I'm not disposable like a support guy. And also, it is it's like a promotion up. So I would be rank 3 instead of 2. So it's good, and at that point I'm a real boy. I'm not like just some goon from support. I'm actually like an employee or whatever.
So well, Jim has an interview, and Hunter got married.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, what was that about?
Yeah, what happened?
So I guess I met a girl. Yeah, and,
that's how. I mean,
like at the reception, because that's how it happens, right?
That's how it starts. That's how it always starts.
It's pretty great though, because like what was really awesome as the dating process was going on before the engagement process happened, one of the things that I was continuing to notice was how supportive she was of my interests, which was like a shocker for me because, you know, most girls you date growing up as a youth, they're always like, well, I'm into me and you need to be into me. And so this was
we're not stereotyping or anything.
Well,
ladies and gentlemen.
no. I'm not stereotyping. I'm talking
Nope.
about from my personal experience.
Okay.
Okay.
And so
So you know, perhaps Narcissists Anonymous is not the place to go to get dates. It's like I go to different support groups.
Yeah. No, and so what was really funny was, so we're
Have you ever
married
done
now,
that?
right? And so she was sitting over on her laptop watching NCIS because she loves that show, and I'm over here watching Star Wars, and she looks over and gets mad at me because I'm watching Star Wars without her. So I was like, wow, like the after the fact wedding and the perks continue to go up. So
Well, once NCIS goes off the air because it's getting canceled, isn't it?
Yay!
No, it's CSI.
No, it's not.
No.
It's CSI that's getting
I thought you
canceled.
said CSI. Okay.
Yeah.
CSI is getting canceled.
Getting canceled. Yeah.
this is NCIS.
Oh, go on. CSI.
And-
Okay. 'cause
NCIS
do
is
they still have the Israeli girl on there?
No,
No. Did they kill her?
no, I don't watch it. She watches it,
Okay.
Yeah, NCI.
but I know all about it because she tells me about it.
Oh dear.
So, I'm glad Mark Harmon's still working, and I think Gabby, whoever that girl is that plays her, I hope she is really like that in real life.
From what I understood was that she was actually going for like a forensics thing in real life, and then she got that position as the character on the show doing forensics.
No, I mean in real life, I want her to be a suicide girl.
I don't know about that.
done a number of roles like that, so I think
Yeah,
it's not
she might be
unnatural for her to
legit.
be, like,
Yeah.
dressed, look like a suicide girl.
Yeah, I'm into that.
Yeah, well, good for her. So yeah, no, totally. Totes got married and been playing games. Things have been good. Looking forward to my move to North Carolina.
Yeah, so
Wait,
like,
that's actually
after you got
happening
married-
now?
Yeah, at the end of July.
What?
Yeah, because everybody, dude, it's like the black hole. I just draw all talent to me. They're coming.
Well, my family's in North Carolina, Jim.
Oh,
Don't get ahead of yourself.
All right.
Hunter, you
I
could have let
fled-
you
I was
could
the
have let
first
him
out
have.
of Ohio, and he's like,
You know what? I take that back. I'm actually looking forward to meeting you in person and going like game thrift shopping on a weekend.
oh my
Oh,
god, there's a
can't
place.
do that.
There is a place over in Greenville. Did I send you the link for that?
Yes, you
it's
did.
the Lost Arcade.
Before
it's
I
like
forget,
Greater
though.
What?
Lost Arcade.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Before I forget, though, you know what we should do? We should all take a trip out to wherever it is, like Nevada or something like that, wherever that like big 3D adventure game thing's at.
Oh crap, dude, that's awesome. Look.
Oh,
What
Utah?
the what?
No,
Yeah.
Isn't it Salt Lake, Utah? Yeah, the thing that has the augmented reality.
yeah.
Yeah, you put on these 3D goggles, Brian, and you go through a maze, and it's like
I didn't know it was
Doom in
cool,
first
man.
person.
Yeah.
I saw just a trailer.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it's hot, man. You know what I want them to turn that into? I want it to be the Aliens experience.
Yes.
I just want I want to run around with a frickin' pulse rifle with like 5 other people and shoot frickin' aliens. Hell yeah.
They're inside the walls, man.
Game over, man. Game over.
Oh my god, that would be so awesome because really it's like the Oculus Rift deal, right? You're stuck in your chair. But there it's like you carry it around. So I
Yeah.
guess you wear a transmitter. So
Yeah.
it's like laser tag with an Oculus Rift
Yeah.
on.
What?
Which is great. That is so cool. They had a thing like at Disney some years ago that was like kind of like that, but it was back when like the best graphics looked like res. So probably, a little bit lo-fi. But, yeah, but that is pretty awesome. The other thing that I want to do is I want to go to Fighter Combat USA.
Oh, I would love to do that. That's
'Cause
out
it's like,
here.
I wanna
isn't
pay-
it?
Yeah, I want to pay
pretty
$4,000 to throw up in a bucket. That's what.
I don't think it's that much. I don't
Like-
think it's that much money. I think it's
Yeah,
like
it's about $500, $400, $500.
yeah, that's what I was
Is it?
thinking.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not too
Oh, I thought it was like thousands.
No, it's not that much.
I think
Brian,
it's
that video will launch
half a day,
automatically
yes,
if you click
1
on it.
hour.
Let me look at this because you get a lot of ground school.
What
and
was
stuff.
that?
Yeah, the ground school. Yeah.
What was that, Hunter?
That video I linked you will play automatically if you click on it, so be careful.
Well, I can't right now anyway, so I got this video going in full screen, so I gotta just...
It's the video for the Void, the virtual reality theme park, whatever that's in Utah.
I thought it was another space game with the word void in the title. Because we don't have enough of those, right?
Oh my gosh. It could be the Void.
Oh, shit.
Hey, did you...
Void Squared.
See, I wasn't lying. So basic air combat is $13.95, and then basic air combat maneuvers for 2 is $12.95 per person.
Well, $13.95 is not
worth it. Lead-in program, it's $20.95. Yeah, it's $2,000 basically is what you're going to get into this thing.
Because I thought, out there near where me and Brian are, that there was one. It was only like $4 or $500.
So
there
the
is
deal,
a thing out here. Yeah,
it's 2.5 to 3 hours at $1,400.
Wow.
And you get one mission, which is 5 to 6 dogfights, and you come out with a high-def flight video.
Oh.
And if you look on their website, it has like where they're going to be because it travels around the country.
Oh no! I think there's one out.
No, there's one out here in
it's
SoCal.
In Fullerton, I think.
Fullerton.
That one doesn't travel. Yeah,
right, they're always there, but then the other one travels around.
Oh.
So like in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, they're doing it November 14th to the 16th.
Oh.
So Ohio actually has 2. So there's one in Cincinnati and one in Cleveland. So the Cincinnati one is going to be July 17th to 19th. So Hunter's just going to miss it. So
well,
you guys could always come out here and go.
Yeah, we could, but that's California.
Fruits you have to bring. Yeah, you got to bring your own water. But other than that,
yeah, you got to pack like a whole suitcase just of bottled water.
So I'm going back with a whole suitcase full of water bottles.
So what's going on? Like they said, like a year and a half ago, they said you guys had about a year and a half.
No,
left.
that was wrong. They found that was wrong. It's not that bad, but it is still bad. I mean,
so you're not like drinking your own pee yet.
No, but they're
not because we have to.
No, but they just the government is. I think they're about to implement really expensive fines for people who use too much water, like on the order of $10,000. Because there are some communities, and I will say they're the more wealthy ones who want the golf courses and the green lawns. They're using way more water, and also agriculture. No one talks about this, but agriculture uses most of our water. It's not the cities. Agriculture uses 80% of our fucking water, and the worst of it is almonds.
Yeah, so that's what I was going to say.
If you know anyone who drinks fucking almond milk, slap them in their goddamn face. Slap that thing out of that slap that jug.
Good.
Oh, shut up. Slap that shit out of their hand and go, California says fuck you.
I'm going to go buy all the almond milk I can get my hands on tomorrow.
And, and ship it back here. Do that. Ship it back here.
Pour it on the ground.
Pour it on the ground.
Pour it in the ground. Because we need any liquid we can get in the ground at this point. Because that's how bad it is. No, it's not. It's pretty bad. It's not like tremendously bad, but a lot of people are doing their best to conserve water, and it is getting better. I mean, people are conserving, but
so are they going to start handing out still suits?
What's that?
From Dune?
Yeah. You get to wear that Stilgar.
Yep. When you die, they extract all your water and.
Dude, so that's the thing. You need to Photoshop like sandworms into California postcards, and just be like, yeah. I mean,
it wouldn't be hard. Most of the state is desert anyway.
Yep.
He who controls the spice controls the universe,
or the almonds in this case.
He controls the almond farms. Controls the universe.
Yeah. Brian, did you see my walrus picture that I put on Facebook?
I don't know. Probably not.
It was a walrus it was like a cute little baby walrus in a swimming pool, and I put the caption "The spice must flow" because he looks like a guild navigator, and then I had to explain to like 10 people what a guild navigator is.
I would have been number 11.
Have you not seen David Lynch's Dune?
I want to watch that.
The one is that the one with
sci-fi series?
Is that the one?
Sci-fi series.
Yeah. Is that the one with Sting and Captain Picard with hair? Is that the one?
Yeah,
Yes.
Picard. Yep. Sting.
I saw that on cable like in 1984 once, and I had no idea what the hell was going on, and so I haven't watched it since.
Holy crap. Okay, you need to correct that. And,
Do I?
Yeah.
I'm
You need to
actually
watch
being.
it again.
We're actually. Knack in the chat room is saying, just read the book. Don't even watch the movie.
Don't
Just
read the book.
Well, anything that's come on the Sci-Fi Channel, don't bother. But
it's
the
not-
original ones.
No, the deal is if you watch the sci-fi miniseries with
Yeah, it actually covers the entire book.
yeah, it's got William Hurt.
Well,
it
yeah,
covers
but it's the
book.
stuff that they did after that is what I'm getting
The
at.
costuming is, oh god, so bad.
The
So
music is
refer-
good though. I have that soundtrack.
Well, yeah,
Children-
the Toto soundtrack's good, but the sci-fi version, they have like the Reverend Mother instead of being like creepy bald woman, like just kind of like Wicked Witch kind of thing. She's like a cross between Wicked Witch of the West and a nun, right?
Mm-hmm.
And but in the sci-fi version, she's like a frickin' Valkyrie with a hat that has like butterfly wings on it and shit, and it's like, what? That's not at all what I thought. It was I don't know, man. It's the Lynch version is like super cyberpunk looking, and then you watch the Sci-Fi Channel
Got the
version.
dude with the eyebrows that are
Oh my god!
like hawk's
Yeah,
wings.
Thufir Hawat, man, he's awesome.
Yeah.
Those eyebrows, they look like two
Yeah,
caterpillars
men
about to
cat,
fight.
Yeah.
So
Oh jeez.
he's got like
Nightmare.
mustaches above his eyes.
All I know pretty much from Dune is the video games. Actually, like was it Emperor of Dune?
Yeah.
That one real time strategy game that was really
Well,
amazing.
there was Dune and Dune 2, I think.
No.
Yeah.
It's Emperor. It's like no, it's the one with Michael Dorn in it. I
Yeah,
think
that's
it's,
like Dune 3.
it's like
Yeah.
Emperor of Dune or something like that.
Right.
And
Yeah,
it's,
because it was an RTS from Westwood that,
Yeah.
that was a lot like a Command and Conquer game.
yeah, and it had a mega.
Those-
It had a meta map mode, which I always love real time strategy games with meta like larger meta maps. So it had that, and that was really good.
Yeah.
But
So-
that's really all I know of Dune. is from that.
I'm so disappointed. Anyway, you just need to make it happen.
Someday.
That's all. And watch it with Nicole, because she'll explain to you what's going on.
I should probably watch that before by myself first.
So,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Stephanie, whatever, said the point and click Dune 1.
Yeah, that was the first Dune game. Was the point and click adventure.
yeah, and then there was like Dune. Well, there was Dune 2,
Which is
was
the like one of the very earliest RTSs.
right, which
and
I
then-
actually played on a Sega Genesis
Oh Jesus!
back in the day.
And then there
they
was
had
Dune 2000. Yeah, Dune 2000, which was pretty much the same game with some slightly updated graphics. And then they had Emperor of Dune, which is really great. That's pretty much it for Dune games. Really.
I really do like the universe though, because it's just interesting. It's like it's humans so far in the frickin' future. It's almost like a Warhammer 40,000. Like everything is
Yeah,
like
sure.
so
Yeah,
high tech.
yeah.
People are bored with it. It's just nobody notices. How
Yeah,
high-tech
it's
everything
a
is.
taken for granted kind of a thing.
Yeah, and then they have the spice hates people. So the navigators are the people that can actually jump ships through hyperspace, and the way that they get there is from snorting so much coke that they turn into a fish. And
What?
I'm not making this up.
What?
So it's so much blow.
Totally fucking with me. You're totally
No.
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 Spice is actually like cocaine.
What?
Yes.
Cocaine with LSD
And they turn into like this giant fish man thing, and then they're able to jump through
swim
space.
through space and time.
Yeah, they swim through
He
space.
who controls the spice controls the universe, Brian.
Yeah, and that's why they don't have any space battles, is
Yeah.
because there's only one group that actually controls any kind of space travel.
You know, Hunter.
And if you piss them off, then you just don't get to fly anymore.
you
So
know,
yeah, it's very interesting. I like it as a sci-fi universe. I wish that it was explored more.
apparently
actually.
the only book is the first one. Apparently the rest are crap. I've been told many
No,
times.
not so much. But don't read the new ones, because
Oh,
the new
yeah,
ones
by
are
the sun.
foul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Larry and Jihad and
That doesn't sound fun.
Yeah, the
I
chair.
thought there was a damn squirrel in here. I was like, wow.
What was that?
It's Mike squeaking the chair.
Oh.
Bouncy foot. And the chair's like squeaking like there's a mouse having an orgasm or something. I don't even know.
I don't even know what that would sound like.
Yeah. So I
Oh,
discovered
you will when you get here.
I discovered a game today, and I linked you guys to it, and it's serious online.
Yes, I looked at that.
I played
Yeah.
it. I own it. I've played
Yeah,
it.
I own it now too because I got it for $2 in a bundle.
Yeah, so did I. I got it in one of the groupies bundles or
Yeah,
something.
that was at Groupies. We need to start our own bundle site. We call it bundlefucks.com, and we just like
No, we should call it anotherfuckingbundle.com. That's what we should fucking call it.
yet another fucking bundle.
Exactly.
site.com.
That's another goddamn bundle.com. It will have all the great
We
bundles.
could do another fucking subscriptionbox.com.
What's
Yeah.
what's that? What's that? What's subscription box?
Like Loot
Like
Crate
Loot
or
Crate?
1UP or all these things. There's
Like-
a shit ton of them now.
Like wait, what? Like what?
You don't know about Loot Crate?
Oh my
Loot?
god.
What's Loot
What?
Crate?
What?
Oh, is that thing where you pay like $50 a month and you get
No,
like a
no,
bunch
no.
of
No,
random?
you pay like $15 a month, and
Oh,
they send
you
you.
get a bunch of random shit in a box.
Yeah, but it's awesome.
Tchotchkes.
Yeah, but I got some like really cool shit from doing it though.
Awesome, man.
Oh God, you guys
I got
actually do
two
that?
t-shirts.
Do you guys have?
I used-
Do you guys have an abundance of space to put this shit in?
It's very.
It comes
small.
in a small box, Brian.
But that's a lot of shit that piles up,
Okay,
isn't it?
so check this out. If you buy a T-shirt online, if you go to like whatever tshirtfuckery.com,
Sure.
then you
I'm
pay
buying that
$20
domain right now.
$25 for a T-shirt.
Yeah.
You pay
you do that once a
$20
month.
to get a Loot Crate. It's got the T-shirt in it, plus a bunch of other stuff. So really, you're breaking even.
I got a cool Zelda shirt that way. I got a cool like Jokey, which is like a Loki and a Joker like combination shirt. That was pretty sweet.
Did you,
Right then,
did
yeah,
you get
'cause I'm
the?
like Brian? I thought you end up with this big box. Full
Oh
of
no,
shit.
dude!
Like, what do I
Look,
do?
they're
with
right
it
around the
all?
corner over there. If you want to look at them, I got like 4 of them stacked up.
Yeah, they usually
I get the
come
one
with
that has
sometimes
Voltron
come with like
shirts.
books, and
They're on by the computer here.
they'll come with like
Oh.
codes for games. Sometimes they'll come with little stuff.
Yeah, little things.
Like
Yeah.
the dragon one came with little beef jerky that was dyed green to look like dragon jerky. That was kind of fun.
Yeah.
Ew. I don't want to eat toothless. That's terrible.
It
Well,
is.
wouldn't Toothless be black jerky?
We don't know what the inside of toothless looks like. Could be
It's
green.
pink on the.
It's
It's pink
some
on the
of them
inside.
I
come
thought
pretty
pink was
like
Just his mouth. We don't know what the rest of it's like in there. We have no idea.
Some of them come with like they do themes. So like there was like a Galaxy one, and it came with like a little minifigure of Malcolm Reynolds.
So basically, you're paying for someone to send you a box full of random crap.
yeah, but
Yes.
it's themed. So
Right.
Okay,
so-
a themed box full of random crap.
Yeah, so we had the spy one, right? And the T-shirt that went out, it was like James Bond on it, but he's crying and holding a martini, and he says, "This is stirred."
Okay, you know what?
And-
You know what? I am as an impulsive shopper as you will get, and I know, just no.
All right. When's your birthday? We're gonna sign you up.
March.
Well, next
Don't-
year we're gonna sign you up.
uh,
Be waiting for it.
Sometime in
Yeah. So
sometime in January, August.
it's
Yeah,
like
sometime
4
sometime in
weeks.
January, August is my birthday.
Okay, so it's like what, $50 for 3 months, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather spend that on a few Steam games, like
Well, you know,
or
we're game reviewers, man. We're rolling in free games.
no, we're not. Okay,
I know,
maybe
right?
maybe
So
I
send us
am,
the
but
damn
you're
games,
not.
you bastards. That's what I'm
I know.
saying. Like, we need
on some
keys.
games. Like
I've
I
been-
haven't.
Dude, I handed out so many Steam keys in the last week, probably 400.
Jesus.
I found a mail merge script for Thunderbird, so I have a spreadsheet, and it's just like every email address of every game reviewer, YouTuber, anybody I can find, and then you request like, give me 1,000 Steam keys, right, and you just stick them in there. So I've got it going through, and it just grabs like, here's a Steam key, here's an email, dear sir, pow, here's a Steam key, yeah.
Okay.
So it was interesting to send all that crap out. But the mail host that we got will only let you send 50 at a time. and then it locks your account. So I had to send it like in 8 chunks. It sucked. Do not use GoDaddy as your mail host. Fuck
Or
GoDaddy.
just don't use GoDaddy at all. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
just
that's
don't.
right.
Just why? Who? It's not 1998. Don't use GoDaddy. I mean, for God's sakes.
It's actually
They
going to say
had the
it's
hot girl at the
2005,
Super Bowl
but-
commercial. Hey, speaking of hot chicks, right? Did you see the Super Bowl commercial that had Kate Upton in it for that mobile game?
Yeah, let's not talk about that. That was I don't understand how a mobile game has gotten so much advertising ever.
I
Do you
saw
know what the deal
Liam.
is? They put a story out afterwards about how much bank that game makes. It is making $1.5 million
like the
a
Kim
day.
Kardashian game. Yeah, the same thing.
Yeah, the
It's
Kim
just like,
Kardashian game.
What the?
Yeah, it's like Kim Kardashian's Booty Quest or whatever. What the hell?
I like
Are
the
you
Liam
serious?
Neeson commercial though.
But yeah, man, $1.5 million on the daily for this freaking game. Because I was like, well, dude, you get a 30-second Super Bowl spot, that's going to cost you like $4 million bucks.
Right.
And then you have to hire Kate Upton, and that's not cheap.
No.
And then they made a commercial that was probably as expensive as a Game of Thrones episode. And
Yes,
it's
they
like,
did.
my God. Yeah.
But the problem is the character that she isn't even in the game, for what I understand.
No, the problem is that when you see the actual game at the end of the commercial, it looks like Civilization 2
Yes.
on DOS. Oh God.
But
it's
that was a great game.
It
No.
was.
Yes,
Yeah,
but yet for today though, compared to today's standards and what you can get on mobile, that's pretty crazy
Yeah,
that they're making that much bank on the day.
that is. So hey, other thing that went down this week, I got my laptop.
Oh
so
yeah, you got that. Was it MSI something?
It's a
Yeah,
beast.
it's in the MSI GT80 Titan. It's got Titan is a good word. It weighs 10 pounds.
And it's got its own mechanical keyboard, right?
It does. It's the only laptop in the world that has a cherry switch keyboard in it. And it's identical to my desktop keyboard. So
That's-
this alone should sell it to Brian.
I don't need a laptop, but thank you.
Oh, okay. But it's about twice as fast as my desktop. Like, I fired up the first game that I played on it because I was so busy with that whole game release crap last week.
Right.
It's sitting here on my desk, and I just look over at it like, I'll pay attention to you soon. Because I'm so busy doing this stuff. But anyway, today, so Mike came over, and I was like, yeah, let's fire up a game. So it's got a pair of 970M NVIDIA mobile cards in it,
Holy Christ!
Two?
and they're in SLI, right?
Oh,
In a
Jesus
laptop.
Yes, that's right. It's abusive.
Oh my god!
So,
Okay,
It's
that
ridiculous.
is impressive.
it's an 18-inch, yeah,
and-
like
and
18
how
and
much
a half
did
inch
this-
screen.
It's about the size of a wakeboard. I mean, it's
And how much of this new toy set you back?
Zero.
yeah.
What?
They don't
It was
cost
a
any money.
paycheck.
They give them away.
It was
That
a
was his
paycheck
paycheck.
for some work
that
that,
was
I
his
did.
paycheck.
I told some people, like, hey, I'll do some work for you. This is what I want. And they paid up. And I'm
Oh,
like, oh yes. So, so that's what makes it feel double decadent, as it didn't cost me a dime. Well, it cost me 6 months of work, but yeah, it's oh god, it's beautiful. So I fired up Arkham Origins, the Batman Origin game.
the
right?
worst of them apparently.
Yeah, I was about to say the worst of them.
Okay, but it's the graphically blingiest, and I
Sure.
turned on the Steam overlay that shows frame rate, 196 frames a second from a frickin' laptop, and I'm like,
How,
Wow.
how does it stay cool in there?
no, it actually does not get that hot.
Really?
That's the crazy thing. Yeah, it's on that
Well-
new whatever the new chipset is. That
They call
have.
it a laptop, right? But it's really a desktop replacement.
It is. It's a foldable desktop, is what it is. But I can carry it in the living room. Like, oh, I want to sit and watch TV in the living room
Yeah.
and still
Basically,
play.
it's the size of a 1U server. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Huh.
it's about, I don't know, 2 inches tall, and it's 18 and a half inches diagonal, right?
Really?
So, yeah, it's not abusive in size, but it comes with a backpack for a reason. The power
that's
brick is a
actually nice.
literal brick. It's like,
But the fact that it comes with its own backpack is actually kind of nice.
yeah, well, MSI does that, man. The dragon that Joan bought, that's kind of what led to this. She bought one of the MSI Dominator dragons. It's about the same size, and
this is your new one.
yeah. So, but yeah, it fills. It's one of the, you know, like a large backpack, right? It fills the backpack. Like, it gets in there with just enough room to zip the zipper. It's ridiculous. But I need to fire up Elite on it and see what kind of frame rates I get. So I did play a little bit of. I was playing a little bit of Paragon on it today, which is kind of cool. I'm kind of getting into that again, and I found out, you know, Pioneer Space Sim, which we need to do a show about.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay.
So Pioneer and
Add to the
Paragon
list.
are forks of the same code, right? Like, Pioneer came first, and Paragon, they said,
There's a
hey,
fork of Pioneer. Yeah.
yeah, so we're going to bling it up. But what I found out today is that even Paragon has its source code exposed in the Git, and so you can go there and download it and compile it and do whatever you want to do with it, right? And since Pioneer is an open source project, and then you can merge the changes or whatever you want, right? I'm looking at it like this is a game engine ready to rock. So I could take it from being a spaceship flying game to being just like, you, instead of controlling one ship, you could control fleets of ships or whatever the hell you want to do, right? Because they all fly around on autopilot. I could make a space business sim out of that. Just take Apollo and embed it in their engine, and now we got like a super blingy thing. So one of the people that pointed out in the Steam conversation that happened in our forum, one of the people pointed out, they were like, "Have you ever played Space Bucks?" And it's like, I've heard of Space Bucks.
Ages and ages ago.
Oh God, so long ago. But I'd heard of it. I got it confused with Spaceward Ho.
Oh, completely different game.
Yeah, and then there's Gazillionaire, which is
another completely different game.
Right. So I had never actually seen Space Bucks.
Oh,
so
wow.
I went and looked up a YouTube video.
Wasn't that an
and I encourage
Impressions
everyone
game?
Playing along
Wasn't
at
that
home,
wasn't that a really old Impressions game?
It's Sierra.
Yeah, Sierra, but didn't Impressions do it?
I don't know. It left a good impression on me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Space Bucks is
but
great.
I found it on an abandonware site,
Of
and
course.
I downloaded it.
Of course.
And the game is awesome. Like, I want to reboot this thing right now. Like,
maybe we should
like,
do a
that's gonna be
podcast
Apollo
about
2.
that too. Or
Yeah. Well, I seriously, man. I mean, it's like, this game is cool. It's Railroad Tycoon in space.
pretty
It's
much.
exactly what it is.
It is a very good game. I played quite a bit of it back in the day.
Yeah, because, well, like Railroad Tycoon, right?
Yeah.
You upgrade your trains
Yeah.
to different models. They can carry more stuff, and you set routes, and you take, you know, it's like this city has this, and they want that, so you find another city to get it. And, you know,
That city was built on rock and roll.
Cleveland, yes. Not Detroit. That's Detroit Rock City. It's a whole different thing. But, you know.
Yeah, no, I haven't played Space Bucks. They came out in what, 93? I think.
It's old as shit, that's for
Yeah,
sure.
I should revisit that. It's been ages, and I remember liking it. It's just, I think I did play more Spaceward Ho back in the day,
Yeah.
because that game was so
I haven't
good.
played Spaceward Ho. Is that
Oh,
like a
it's
a
so
space
great.
pimp
It's
thing?
an Oregon Trail.
Spaceward Ho is
Space
kind of
Gambit.
like a 4X boiled down to the bare essentials. You have like two resources, metal and money, I think, and you take planets and you build more ships, and you take planets and you build more ships, and it's really great. Super
Yeah.
replayable.
It's like it.
Lots
there
of
is
fun.
a space game. Who said Oregon Trail? Because there is a space game that is they call it like Oregon Trail of the space.
Yeah,
That's
and
what I thought it was. Oregon
well,
Trail.
No, I know
Well,
what you're
there's-
talking
there's-
about.
It's
Oh.
new, though. There's
Yeah.
this
No,
guy
I know.
did a Kickstarter. It's like an educational game that he made for a school or something.
No, I know what you're talking
Exciting.
about. Let me look it up.
Yeah,
Knack in
I've
the
played it.
chat.
It's kind of awesome.
Knack in the chat put links to a couple of Kickstarters going on. One is we should probably talk about is Starfighter Inc. Have you guys heard of this one?
Oh,
No,
Orion
wow.
Trail. That's what it is.
Oh, Orion Trail. Yes, that's it. Starfighter Inc. is made. One of the guys behind it is Pete. What is? I think his name is Peter Westman. He was like the lead designer or one of the lead story guys of the X-Wing series.
Oh.
And it's they're here's the problem. In one breath they say, "Ooh, X-Wing versus TIE Fighter," and you're like, "Yay!" And in the next breath they say, "Oh, it's Counter-Strike with World of Tanks in space." And you're like, "Oh." So yeah, they've said both of those things, and I mean, it's a spaceship game. I kick to it, but
Wow.
you know, I mean, when they said X-Wing versus TIE Fighter, I was all excited. Then they said Counter-Strike, and I was like a deflated balloon.
Hey, speaking of first-person shooters, did you see Chris Roberts finally showed screenshots of
I have
the
not
first-person
seen
mode?
those yet. I have not had time to look at those.
Yeah,
The
what the hell did they call
Star
it? Like,
Marine,
or Star
Space
Marine?
Marine, or Star Marine,
Yeah,
or
it's supposed to be-
something
I thought
like
it was
that.
supposed to be Squadron 51 or something.
No. That's the Wing Commander
Yeah.
single player version. Is Squadron 42.
Yeah,
that's
it's
what
like
that's
Star
going to be.
Marine or something.
And Star Marine, yeah, that's the first person.
Didn't they say that game was also going to allow you to have pets? Like, how ridiculous is this game going to get?
Wait.
like Pokemon.
Wait. I know you can have like a fish tank in your anchor, in
Oh.
your hangar, but
Mass
but
Effect.
but pets?
Someone said something about a cat.
What?
Well, there better be a space hamster then.
Well, maybe it's going to be like
I better be able to
the
bring a
Anna
head.
Harrington thing where you get like a psychic cat that hangs off of you
Oh,
all the
yeah,
time.
there you go.
I tried to read one of those books and I couldn't finish
Oh,
it.
okay.
I
Here you go. Hold on a
couldn't
second.
finish
Star
it at all.
Citizen adds pets.
What?
How
How did I miss
Something else
this?
to buy for
Million
$100.
funding, right? So, Space Sim Star Citizen will add traditional and alien pets in the game as promised by the $64 million stretch goal.
Oh, they passed that
64
ages ago.
$1 million stretch goal.
They passed. They're in the 70s millions of
I know,
of
but
millions of
still,
now.
it's
I
Aren't
wish
they?
I had $1 million stretch goal. It'd be like
You know what? For $1 million,
stretch goal.
you know what? For $1 million,
$1 million, two shits at the same time.
you know what? For $1 million, someone could just stretch me. Just put me in. What's that torture device where you get stretched? For $1 million, just put me the rack. Yeah, I could be their stretch goal for $1 million. Just stretch me for $1 million.
Goddamn Stretch Armstrong for $1 million. You just,
God.
You remember that, by the way? Stretch Armstrong?
Of course, who doesn't remember Stretch Armstrong?
Okay. You know,
Weird.
I like to think that Stretch Armstrong was actually modeled on Reb Brown.
I don't know who that is.
Blast Hard Cheese.
Oh. You know what? I see the
There was a
resemblance.
subtle resemblance.
I see the resemblance in my mind now that you're
Robo
talking.
War.
Hey, did you ever get around to watching the Dragon Ninja or Dragon Force? It was.
Who are you talking to?
That I sent you a link to.
Who are you talking to?
No,
I
that was P-51s
Dragon
versus
Fighters.
yeah, Dragon Fighters. Oh
Who-
jeez.
Who are you at? Who?
Oh, I did watch the majority of Robo War though, and laughed my ass off the entire time.
Robo War?
Okay, it's Blast Hard Cheese's one of his other roles.
Is that the one that looks like Terminator when they?
No, it's like Predator. Knockoff.
Predator. Yes. I saw a trailer for that.
Full blown
Oh my god.
knockoff, and it's hilarious.
But it's got Blast Hard Cheese in it.
Yes.
Yes,
which makes
that makes it even better.
Have you
But-
seen his Captain America movie?
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm not wanting to.
it's terrible. It's so bad. It's so
It's that good, huh?
no. It's not. It's
So we've
it's
been talking. I'm kind of curious, Brian.
yeah.
What space games have you been playing lately, or
Oh,
games in
God.
general?
Oh God, you gotta try and put us back on track, huh, Hunter? Fine.
For about an hour, we should probably talk about our topic.
Fine. We're a space game podcast. I guess we should talk about a space game or two.
Besides Apollo 4X, even though it's a fun game.
Well, I don't know if you guys saw, but GOG and Steam released 3 seminal Star Trek games last week.
Oh, yeah.
25th anniversary, Judgment Rights, and Starfleet Academy. And
Tell us how you really feel.
and
Don't hold back, Brian.
and
You had a cool statement about Starfleet Academy. You figured out why you hate it is because it doesn't trust you to play it.
it doesn't. And you know what? That might be. I realized something after I said that.
So it's like the Clippy of Star Trek games?
It
I
might
should
be
play
a
it.
good, very beginner space game. Like I've never played Wing Commander. I know Star Trek.
Yeah,
And-
it's
and
very
the-
much a product of its time, though.
And
too.
these starships fly like fighters, so it's kind of like Wing Commander, and the laser effects look just like the laser effects in Wing Commander 4. So maybe I should play this because it's got Kirk and Sulu in it. So why not? And it's terrible. I couldn't
Well,
get through. It's
the thing that I've noticed with it, though, is it's very much a product of its time. It's definitely for, like you said, the not as experienced stuff.
You know what?
So.
There were some really weird and bad space sims in the mid '90s trying to cash in on Wing Commander, like Renegade, Battle for Jacob's Star, Dark Light Conflict, Fragile Alliance.
Yeah,
They're
Dark
just-
Light Conflict. What an epic!
Pile of shit.
Thank you.
That game is I started this series called Hate Playing.
Yeah,
Because of Starfleet Academy, and that is on the list.
yeah.
is Dark Light Conflict.
Hey, I found some news.
What?
I can't say who, but I know who has Nexus: The Jupiter Incident 2. Potentially in development
But
soon.
their Kickstarter failed like 2 years ago.
Does not matter because it lurks.
Okay,
So-
is that the same guys who are doing the new Descent? Because it's Eric. What's his name? Eric.
No, it's the
the fuck is the Wingman? What the fuck? is
no. Shallow Space guy, James, it's a buddy of his, and he is.
Did he get the
awesome,
Did he
James.
get the rights to do a new Nexus game?
He apparently has it. Yeah,
What?
yeah. So James, like they've discussed it, right? But they got to get Shallow Space over with. So he's actually working with James on Shallow Space, and then it might go back the other direction. I just want a second. I want a second Nexus game. It was just like, when I get rich from Apollo 4X, I'm gonna probably take that pile of money and fund them.
Well, you can have your next Nexus game. I want another Imperium Galactica game. That's what I really fucking want.
Really,
And not Hegemony or whatever the fuck it's called.
okay.
Not that.
Whoa.
Not,
Let's
Damn.
be real here, guys. What we really want is a new TIE fighter. And like,
well,
an
okay.
Unreal-
I was staying within the real-time
Well, it's
economic.
gonna happen any day now. I'm sure that.
Well, I linked you guys to that
Maybe.
thing where that fan-made project of that guy trying to make his own X-Wing game in what was it, Unreal?
X-Wing-esque, let's just say. Yes, that was pretty fucking incredible. And if he makes $1 off that, he'll be shut down so
You know-
fucking fast.
Well, that's the thing too, right? Is like the Steam mods problem that happened.
Oh, God.
Right?
Do we have to talk about that bullshit?
Yes, because I think
yes.
the reason, like, people had various reasons for being a little bit pissy about it, right?
yeah.
I think Skyrim was not the right game
Oh
to do
no!
it with.
Oh
And-
no! God,
and
that was
I
a
think-
terrible
yeah,
game to try
don't,
with.
Don't debut
That's-
it with the game that's got the most mods.
That's
that
like,
people are like,
oh, we'll do it.
crackheads
We'll
about.
do it for Fallout 3, or oh, let's do it for Fallout New Vegas. It's the same.
Well,
thing.
no,
Let's just do it on some frickin' game that nobody even knows about, right?
Let's
like,
do it on the City Skyline. Yeah, let's do it on
Yeah,
something.
something.
No,
I'm just
I was
not a
kidding.
fan of the idea of paid mods. Donations, I can give
Well,
you.
Donations, yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently that doesn't work. That's the problem. Apparently no one
Well,
donates.
if Steam, if Steam
That's not
wanted
true,
to-
though.
If Steam wanted to collect the donations because they already have everybody's credit card on file, and just put a button there, like pay what you want, click this button, $5 tip jar goes to the mod maker. Fine, okay.
Yeah, that
the
would work.
problem there was two big problems with the stink, right? Because I'm a Steam developer, I get to see the actual NDA stuff, right? I can read it. So whenever people were like, "Oh my God, Steam's like taking 75% of the money and whatever," So I go read it, right? Because I'm like, I'm going to get to the bottom of this because that's bullshit. So Steam's split is supposed to be like for games, right? Steam takes 30, you take 70. It's just like the Apple Store. It's just like, that's the e-retail split is for everywhere is 30-70. It's like 60-40 was retail, in brick and mortar. So now the deal is like people are like, oh god, they're going to take 30% or whatever. And then Steam had people that worked for, or Valve rather, had people that worked for them that said, no, it's 5%. It's just like whenever you sell trading cards or whatever, we skim 5%. It's Gaben tax. However, I read the documents in there, and what it said was, okay, we get paid, and then the mod maker gets 25% minimum, and then the owner of the game, the developer that made it, gets 75%. But they have to pay the mod maker out of their 75%. So does that mean Steam gets 25 and the mod maker gets 75, but they have to pay at least 25% to the guy that made the mod, right? So, but is it 25% of the entire sale? Is it 25% of their 75%? Is it what? Right? Or I'm sorry, of 70%, right? So it was 30-70, and then you take 25 out of 70, and you end up with 45 left over. So the split theoretically was going to be 30% to Valve, 25% to the mod maker, and 45% to the people that made the game. But nobody can tell. See, this was the problem. I talked to like 10 different developers, and I got 10 different answers about what everybody interpreted that as. Like no team of lawyers could have sorted that thing out.
So here's what you do, okay? And this is how you can implement this, Brian, because you're like they were saying. This is my take on how they could implement this. Okay. You look at something like Kickstarter or like a Patreon, right?
Sure.
And you do a mod developer has the options to say I want to take donations for this, right?
Yeah.
Well, they can set for how much like donations that they get depends on how much of like the mod that they do or how much they add to the mod. Let's say it's like a total conversion mod. Mm-hmm. Well, if they're like, well, if we get so many X more donations, we'll add this to the mod. Not that, you have to yourself pay for it, but like as long as somebody's giving them donations to equal that amount, they'll implement that in.
I did, however, like the Extra Apples mod. Did you see that one?
I saw that shit.
That was the protest mod. It was like extra apples. It put an extra apple on the counter in the inn, and it was like a $30 mod. It was.
Wasn't there one that added testicles to all the horses?
I don't know, but it would have been really cool to put truck nuts on the wagons now, wouldn't it? I would have done that. So.
Jesus fuck.
See, Hunter's from Ohio. He's very familiar with truck nuts.
Well, Ohio and Texas. They do it in Texas, too. Oh, yeah. Jesus Christ.
By the way, Mike here's from Ohio, too. So, just so you know. Brian's the odd man out.
We're outnumbering you, Brian.
Raised in Ohio, live in California.
Yeah. By the way, Brian, I noticed that you set up an Ask FM thing.
Yeah, I've gotten like 4 questions.
Yeah, I was so happy.
Like 3 of them are for me and Jim.
I'm trying to accessorize, and I don't know. Should I go with the crossbody strap?
You know what's sad? My satchel is starting to develop like little tears in it. So I don't know how.
You're having satchel fatigue.
It's very sad. It's very sad chill. That's what it is. It's very sad.
Gravity's setting in, huh? You're
gravity's
hanging a little
doing
lower than
its
normal.
thing. It's starting to. It's very sad. I love that satchel.
Well, you should get some. You should get some sack dip and rub on there. And
I make my own sack dip.
Yikes.
It's very creamy, and
right.
God, sorry. I'm sorry, everybody.
I'm
the line crosser. People give me lines, and I cross them.
I'm the crossing guard. I stand there with an orange vest and tell you no.
So you're not allowed to cross.
So the Steam mods shit, right? So the
Yeah.
thing that I think, for whatever reason, the community was touchy about it. The thing that I did not hear from anybody that was my first go-to thought is if a game publisher can get 45% of the price of a mod,
Yeah.
right, if it comes through Steam, then why would they not do a DMCA takedown against anybody that's making any sort of free mod,
Yeah.
right? So what I thought, this is going to be very impactful to the mod community outside of Steam, because it's going to encourage
That was my other problem. That was
Yeah.
my other problem, is now you're starting to DRM mods.
Yeah, I don't get any mods from Steam for Skyrim. Fuck that.
Like,
Yeah,
you have to,
so-
like, that is so ridiculous.
Well, did you see, like, on Reddit, they had a sub forum show up, like, within minutes, and it was, like, mod pirates. It was /r/mod pirates. And it was just people, like, putting up BitTorrents of mods, like, as fast as they could, you know? It's just like,
Jesus.
we're gonna just steal the shit out of all these mods. So, anyway, it went away. It may come back, but it probably won't.
I hope not.
We'll be back.
It'll be like the
didn't
soap
Gaben come out with, like, a statement saying, like,
did.
you fucknuts, you cost us, like, $1 million something on this?
Yeah.
Yeah, we made $10,000. You cost us $1 million in sales.
I don't know how.
Dumb idea.
I don't know
How?
how he lost $1 million. I don't understand
Bad
that.
press? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure where the money loss was either, because I mean, unless you've already invested the money that people spent on mods,
Yeah, it's weird.
which is a stupid business, model, but whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. Very strange. So,
It is very
but
strange.
anyway, it happened. It's gone now. I hope we don't
God.
see it back. Speaking of Bethesda, though, Fallout 4.
Yeah, they're saying
Or-
Fallout 4 is going to come out.
Well, it got leaked, right? Like some
Yay.
German magazine saw something and leaked it out.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're always talking about
There's
it.
nothing official though, but
No,
they're saying
or-
it could happen.
But I
or
think
never
they're expecting
changes.
it E3 or...
I can't play the Fallout games anyway, so whatever.
Really? Why not? They give you like radiation sickness?
They
or-
give me actual waking nightmares.
Really?
Yep.
You don't dig Ron Perlman?
No, a friend of mine gave me Fallout 3 for a birthday present, and I played it for 3 days. And those 3 days, I couldn't sleep. When I slept, I had nightmares, and I would be staring at the dark the entire time I was awake, waiting for something to jump out at me.
You know what? You should try releasing a game on Steam because it's a very similar experience. I got probably 6 hours of sleep all last week. Like,
Well, I want to bring up a game. I want to bring up X-Wing Alliance
God damn it, Hunter.
just because I
God
need
damn
to
it,
go.
Hunter.
We're talking about a space game.
I want to bring up a hairball like my cat. What?
All
All right, Hunter, you have the floor.
So Brian is not a fan of X-Wing Alliance, but recently
I wouldn't say I'm not a fan. I just think it's the weakest of the four of them.
I'm going to post all of your recent tweets and all.
You know, I did not say I was not a fan. I said it was the weakest of the four. Go ahead. Sorry. Please continue, sir.
So no, I've been playing around with it a little bit, in the fact that I got the X-Wing Alliance upgrade rolling on it, and what was fun about the installer, which I'm sure Jim, you've gone through this, is when you go through the installer, they actually have options that you can check on like what you want changed to the game, and one of them is you could opt to have either a Superstar Destroyer as like a 17.6 kilometer in length or a 19 kilometer in length Superstar Destroyer.
What?
Yep.
Yeah. So
Had they given me that choice at birth, I would have said,
Longer is better, obviously.
12. So yeah, I was actually pretty excited about that, and so I went in and checked it out. And what was nice is they added this cool little effect that made it look like a bunch of interior lights, and like it kind of really the models are all like livened up by quite a lot.
this is the X-Wing upgrade project.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I was a little concerned because I went to do a multiplayer or like the quick battles or whatever, And I was looking through the ship list from the upgrade, and they didn't actually add in a bunch of the extra ships that you can get through the upgrade project. You actually have to go and get those elsewhere.
Oh.
And I'm finding that they don't actually have the Eclipse Star Destroyer around anymore. At least I can't find it. And the Eclipse is actually supposed to be bigger than the Super Star Destroyer.
Yeah.
Well, the Eclipse is gone because it's not canon.
Well, that's not why. That's not why. Jesus Christ. But
Jesus
yeah.
Christ isn't canon either.
No, he's not. But yes. So I had some fun the other night with my buddy. We played for probably a solid half an hour. We set up a couple of different multiplayer scenarios and just had a blast.
And did you both have the upgrade project installed?
We did not do the upgrade project. This was before I did the upgrade project.
See, apparently that totally breaks multiplayer, from what I've read.
Yeah, it did. Remember?
Well,
Like, I had it that night, and I had to yank it.
None of us had it though.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You know what we need to do is
Uninstalling the upgrade pack is actually as easy as installing it. It's like really simple.
Yeah,
Well,
it's very easy. We
right.
need to play Free Space 2 on Thursday night. Or
Ryan
some
needs
Thursday
to
night.
upgrade his shit.
I've upgraded my shit.
What?
My shit is pretty much upgraded. I'm pretty
What?
sure.
What?
I'm pretty
I
sure.
can't even.
So, but okay, well, I guess we could try that because someone was asking me about that. Someone
I
actually
I
emailed
want
me.
to try it like even on an off night. We could do it like tomorrow, right? And just see, is it going to work? I bet it will because it
What's
let
the-
me into
what's the launcher
multiplayer.
thing
Like I
again?
could
What's
see
that
the
launcher?
lobby. So
It's a special launcher, right?
No.
yeah, there's
Is it?
the XW launcher or whatever it is, WX launcher that's in the folder because the normal launcher doesn't work.
Right.
Oh. Yeah,
Yeah.
I totally use
Yeah.
that open source launcher. It's pretty great.
Yeah, so the
oh yeah, the XW launcher. There it is. I found it.
yeah, so that's the one, right? I would say that we could all play some Starfleet Academy, but they didn't put multiplayer in it.
No, it does have multiplayer.
Oh God, yes.
It supports up to 32 players.
Oh, if you find 32 people.
I'm
that
not
have
even. I'm not even kidding. I think it supports up to 32 players. I'm not even making this up. But wait, does Game Ranger support it? Let's see. Because I don't know how else we would
Wait a
do
second.
it.
I already did the XW launcher. Now it wants me to install it.
Oh. What? What?
Or am I supposed just to launch the game like?
Oh, Game Ranger does not support Starfleet Academy.
lies.
No, it supports Starfleet Command. All
Yeah, I love
three.
Starfleet Command.
Oh.
You know, that's something, right? Because the Starfleet Command game. What's the one that they put out? It's like the community edition of Starfleet Command 2: Empires at War.
Yeah, I've got it.
Yeah, well, everybody can have it because it's free.
No, it's
Um,
It's $6.
What?
Wow. It's
Yeah.
free.
It's not free. It's $6.
Where?
You want to know where it's free? I'll show you where it's free.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
No, dude. I downloaded it legitimately. I did not pay $6.
What?
I don't remember
Where
where
did you
I got it.
download it? You don't remember?
I googled
You don't
and it
remember?
was like a link, like it looked official. It
That
was
are you?
Oh, it looked
yeah,
official.
.ru. It was Russian.
Is it oldgames.com? Is that the one?
No. It was actually, it was like, I think Brian even sent me the link. It was to the thing because it was that particular project thing.
Have
But
any
anyway,
of
so
you
it's-
guys tried Starfleet Academy Strategic Command?
What the
No.
fuck is that?
Starfleet Academy Strategic Command. That's that's
What
the name of the game.
What the fuck is that?
It's a
What?
Star Trek game.
Is
What
it an
could that be?
official Star Trek game? Because I've never heard of
Yes,
it.
It was made by Interplay.
What?
Super
Yeah, I've got the
Prey.
game right here. I actually own a copy, and I've never played it.
What? Starfleet Academy Strategic Command?
Yes.
You're making this up.
I'm not bullshitting you. I actually have an extra copy of the game. I can send it to you.
Well, yeah.
It's just the discs if you want them.
Yeah.
Oh my God. What is this? I've not heard of this. This is a stealth release.
Yeah, I've never heard of this.
Oh no,
Hey,
this is it. It's just got a different title on it. It's the shitty Starfleet Academy.
Yeah, this is a cut version of Starfleet Academy.
What?
The first 8 missions.
What?
Oh god, it only has the first 8 missions, and it's 2 CDs instead of 5. And Chekhov's lost missions thing doesn't work with that. Like, who would buy a gimped out game like
Seriously, yeah.
I didn't buy
just
it. It was given to me.
Shit in it.
It's probably for people that never finish games anyway, and they just didn't want to pay as much for the second half.
Yeah.
That's it. Because I know I got sick of it by the 3rd mission.
I actually, back in the day, I exchanged it after one mission. I never even got further than that.
It's a true story that the reason that I became a freelance semi-pro game reviewer, the reason I got paid, right, and magazine stuff, is because Steve Ballman read the just rant that I had about Starfleet Command that I put up
Academy.
on GameSpot,
you
or
mean
Starfleet Academy rather. Yeah.
I've done that too. I almost like tweeted, Starfleet Command is shit, and I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
I wrote. It was one of those like user review things.
Yeah.
And I wrote like this 2-page long, like just take it apart thing about it. And he sent me an email. He was like, "Hey, have you ever thought about?" And the rest is history.
I just couldn't get over how the main guy in the academy sounds like a Jewish deli owner.
Oh, it's Jews in space, dude.
Hey, you gotta go down to the deli and get a schmear with a bagel, and then you attack the Klingons.
Oh, so he sounds like the guy from Family Guy, the shop owner in Family Guy, the Jew.
Yeah, he sounds like
Morty
that,
Shimon.
and I was like, oh my god, it's Morty Shimon.
Morty
It's Morty Shimon, Starfleet Academy Admiral.
Chewbacca. He's the guy that flew co-pilot.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh, and of course the FMV is atrocious. And
It's bad. But that's
it's
back
so
when
bad.
FMV.
He was cool.
We should all play the mod Star Trek Armada 3.
I mean
Yeah, it's not complete yet,
the
though.
Sins of a Solar Empire. I think it's finished. I think they've finished it recently.
We should play that. We should try and play that shit.
That's
fun.
that's the Sins of a Solar Empire mod, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I've played that. It's pretty nice. Isn't most of the shit on the Federation side though? Like the other races don't really.
Well, from most I don't remember.
There's Klingons feds.
All I know that a lot of the Sins of the Solar Empire total conversion mods are actually pretty dope.
Yeah. No.
Most of the ones I've played. There's a Star Wars one that's like really cool.
I just really want GOG and Steam to release Klingon Academy. Oh my fucking god.
I would really like to see Steam
I would
like
kill-
DRM free some shit, but they're not.
I would kill for GOG to get Klingon Academy because it's so fucking good.
My fandom for
so-
game support has shifted to GOG more.
That's fair. I mean they do more to make sure their DOS games and older
they
games
give
work.
you shit though. They don't just give you the game when you buy it.
No,
Like,
that's
they
true
make
too. Of course, they give you soundtracks and manuals and avatars and wallpapers. No, they give much more shit about because they get that gamers used to get tchotchkes in their boxes, and so
Here's the
gamers still
reason
want
that I support
tchotchkes.
them is because, like with TIE Fighter, okay, they did the work to get TIE Fighter running stable on Windows 7, Windows 8, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
And then somebody takes that version or whatever and then just sticks it on Steam, like just dumps it on there.
Apparently,
like,
it didn't
whatever.
work. Apparently, it didn't work for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've actually read a lot of the reviews. People are like, "This shit's broke."
Yeah, and the other thing is that if you look at the X-Wing Alliance upgrade project, they say don't buy the Steam version.
I believe
will
it.
never support the Steam version.
I believe it.
because, yeah, and it's not because they hate it. It's just because it deviates somehow in the executable so far from the base game that they can't get the mod to work. And they were just like, screw it, get it from good old games.
That's
So.
because the DRM with Steam is just outrageous. In my opinion.
Right,
Do I
outrageous.
really need DRM on TIE Fighter? I just
Well,
wow.
I don't know. I just like how GOG is handling their shit, right? Like they just
Though I don't know if you guys saw that Independence War 2 just got released on Steam, and they specifically said we tested this to make sure it works on modern computers on their Steam page. I kind of like that. Because they didn't have to say that. But I think enough shit has gone down with other older games. Like, have you seen on Steam they've been releasing all these older games, all these old Microprose games? F-117 and Task Force 1942 and all that great shit. Apparently a bunch of them don't work for people.
Yeah, what about there is Lightspeed and Hyperspeed?
And Hyperspeed, yes.
So
yes,
what's
those
the story on those?
Okay,
like,
those came out. Lightspeed came out in 1990, and Hyperspeed came out in 1991, and they're essentially kind of the same game. You fly this ship that's basically the size of Manhattan, and it's got pretty much what has left of humanity in it, and you have to find a new home. And on the way, you upgrade your ship, you talk to new races, and you can fly a little fighter drone to protect your ship or use a turret. And it was really cool back in 1990 and 1991. I haven't played it in a long time. I don't know if it holds up, but I loved how the ship was so big it like flew like a giant pig. It was like it just flew like an ox. But yeah, at the time I played the fuck out of those because there weren't a lot of first-person space sims back then. So especially cap ship sims. So and those were definitely capital ships that you flew in those games. But they're kind of the same game. I mean, Hyperspeed's a little prettier because I think they added shading or something, but they're pretty much the same game. If you're like me and you're a completist and you have to own every space game ever made, they're worth owning. You know, I definitely tell you to buy those before you buy Darklight Conflict or Starfleet Academy, or I don't know, Star Raiders.
Star Raiders.
The new one.
That's I know, but I'm just saying that's one of those games that I want to play just to say that I played it, but I don't want to give them a dime. So
I bought it. I bought it the first day, and I played it for like 10 minutes, and then I loaded up the Interactive Magic version, and I played that for about 2 hours because it's just good. It's just a good game.
The Space Rangers, right?
Space Rangers or whatever that was. Yeah, but that was an actual good game.
Yeah. So, but it is straight up Star Raiders, right?
It is, with a different name, but it's pretty much the same game, but actually good.
Okay, so here's a thought that I had today. Hunter, do you own Evercron Mercenary?
Yes.
Excellent. I'm going to put up an Evercron Mercenary server.
Oh, okay. We talked about that before.
I keep waiting and waiting and waiting for Elite Dangerous to put out 1.3 because
the beta's coming out at the end of this month, isn't it?
Somewhere in there. The Mac version just dropped yesterday.
The 20th?
Wait, which game is this again?
Oh, is that what it is? Did they say
Elite Dangerous, the beta is coming out on the 20th, I believe.
It's going to be around to play it.
Oh, that's going to be next Wednesday.
Yeah, I tell you, that's good. I haven't touched Elite Dangerous in like a month.
They say there's cross-platform play, but is that only between PC and Mac?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the Xbox version ain't here yet. But I'm sure that it will also.
I would hope
so.
Why not?
If it is, I hope there's a way to distinguish who the console peasants are.
Yeah, they're going to be the ones that are dying all the time.
Because I'm gonna be specifically hunting those guys.
Did you say console peasants?
Don't judge.
The game actually works surprisingly well with a gamepad.
Racist. What?
The game actually works quite well with a gamepad. It
works better when you have that enclosed cockpit in your living room that freaking guy had.
Oh god!
Did you see that shit?
Yeah, I would try some multiplayer Evercron Mercenary. It's a good game. I could go clean a satellite. Hunter could go clean out some asteroids, and Jim, you could go in a race.
Yeah.
And we could make a little money, and then use the confusing shipbuilder interface to upgrade our ship, and then Ryan,
tell us how much you hate this game now.
And then I could go clean another satellite. No, I actually really like this game. I just think there are bits of it. They're like, what?
Their missions are a little bit weird, yes, but it has planetary landings.
Yeah, it does.
Raven does not.
And you could actually get out of your ship and pilot a little mech on the planets.
Yes. I don't even know why.
I don't know either.
I cannot explain.
How come, Brian? How come on Steam it says you want this game? Do you just own a non-Steam copy?
I do own a non-Steam copy.
See, legit. Yeah.
I've owned a non-Steam copy before it was on Steam, and
Nah, I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say, but that's cool.
I don't know what you were gonna say.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So the other server that I'm thinking about is Void Expanse.
Oh, I would totally play that.
I could put that up.
Even though I'm getting a little frustrated with that guy, with that game. Cloud in the chat room says that Evercrime Mercenary is made by one guy. This is true. His name is Sean, and I've known him for about 15 years, and he's awesome.
And he won't come on the show because he hates us.
No, I mean, some people just don't feel comfortable talking. They'd rather write, and that's cool. You know?
He could write, and then we could narrate it
It's
Siri.
Yes,
like Hunter, read the line. He says that.
No, I will do the voice of Sean as Queen Elizabeth. Yes, Evercroft Mercenary is my favorite game. Woo! No, I won't do that.
That was shockingly.
Evercroft Mercenary is a fun game.
Very nice. You know, Evercroft Mercenary. It's a good game. You know, you shoot other ships, and they die. They die real good. And then, sorry.
You could do like Malkovich.
I was trying to do walking, and that was a terrible walking. That was a terrible.
Yeah, but I kind of knew what it was.
Yeah, I told you it was a terrible walking.
It was limping, not walking.
It was. Oh,
This game is pretty good.
this game. It's not bad.
Whoa.
You fly ships and they crash. Wow. It's not bad.
That's a little bit better, Brian.
Booty boo.
Hey, do you remember Mr. T ate my balls?
I do remember. I do remember. I do remember. I want to dip my balls in it.
No, Mr. T ate my balls. It was like the first great internet meme for whatever reason. Yeah, it was like the all your base of its time.
Oh,
Did you guys see the thing today that came out that said 10 years ago?
Leroy Jenkins. Yes.
Like video first came out.
I did see that. People were actually arguing. I saw about what he said at the end. Some people thought at least I
got chicken.
Yeah. Some people thought at least I aren't a chicken. Some people thought they said at least I am a chicken. Some people thought he said at least I have chicken. And it's pretty much at least I
would
chicken.
say
yeah.
I would say
It's have.
It's
It's obvious
thing.
No, at least I have chicken because that was the whole thing. He went away during the pre-planning meeting and got a chicken sandwich.
Oh, is that what it was?
That. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Asshole, you screwed up. At least I got chicken.
Hey, so this brings up something too. The Queen song, "It's a Kind of Magic."
It's a kind of magic.
Yeah,
Great song.
Why is it at the end Freddie Mercury screams fried chicken?
Maybe he wanted fried chicken.
No, he screams fried chicken at the end of One Vision.
Oh, One Vision. That's it.
Yes,
I'm sorry,
and
I got my queens mixed up.
No, you're
doing Queen Elizabeth.
You haven't watched Iron Eagle. You haven't watched Iron Eagle recently. That's why you got your Queen songs confused. In that movie, it is clearly One Vision, as that young man flies his stolen F-16 around to rescue his father somehow with an F-16.
Yeah, why was that never made into a video game?
Yeah, what the hell?
That would have been excellent.
I would have played the fuck out of that. I mean, they made Flight of the Intruder, for God's sakes. Thank you, Spectrum Holobyte. Why not Iron Eagle?
I really wish they would have made a legit version of Last Starfighter. Like not like not just an arcade style, but like,
they did, but because the movie bombed, they never released it.
Yeah, but the movie did well years later.
No, well, it's a cult classic, but at the time, it bombed hard.
Well, I think it's about time for,
I mean, the people behind it blame that same summer, I think Back to the Future and Indiana Jones came out, and that's a pretty good reason. But
how come there was never like a video game version of On Golden Pond?
Didn't Henry Fonda die shortly thereafter of the movie? So maybe they just couldn't get the voice work.
I want Golden Girls, the video game.
Thank you for being a friend, Hunter.
Yes.
Thank you for being. On the road and back
Yes.
again.
Absolutely.
That's all I remember.
You're a pal and a
Did
confidant.
Did you see the video of the Golden Girls Super Friends?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I did. That was the creepiest motherfucking thing.
Yeah, something.
That was the creepiest motherfucking thing. I could not get over how creepy those character models were. Oh my god, they were so
It
creepy.
was so amazing.
It was amazing.
Spider-Man in
It
there.
was amazing. So, Jim, you brought up Paragon earlier. Was there a major
Yes.
update to it recently or something?
There was a major. I reinstalled it recently.
Oh,
That's
okay.
all. But it's like because I'm playing Elite, right? And I was just like wow, I don't know, man. I need to go back and play some Paragon because,
It's got planetary landings.
yes. Yeah, well, okay, but it's still it looks really good. It's fun, but the
Yeah.
majority of the game is like autopilot. pretty
Yeah,
much
for
plays
now.
it. So-
I mean, there's really
so-
no combat yet, really.
well, no, there is.
There is?
Oh,
Where?
I've been killed.
What?
Yeah.
Where? By who? How?
Well, you have to get and put a laser on.
Okay, and then
Right?
what?
And then
You find
and
a
you're flying
guy.
along, and then all of a sudden, well, maybe not in Paragon. It was in Pioneer.
Yeah, Paragon really doesn't have much of that yet.
Oh, well, but it's the same game.
Well,
Like,
yes,
it's not that
but
far
I mean,
behind, is
I've
it?
not shot one laser at anyone in Paragon.
Oh,
Paragon is one game I've yet to get.
It's good. It's
Yeah,
quite fun. It's actually kind of relaxing because it's like imagine Euro Truck Simulator 2 but in space with an autopilot most of the time. And if you like the idea of doing space trucking but don't want to deal with super cruise on your own and you want to land on planets, Paragon's a fun time.
What was that movie about space trucking? Was it called Space Trucker?
yes. Square Pigs.
Square
They had a lot of
Pigs.
Square
Yes.
Pigs up in
Thank you. That's what
Yeah.
it is.
There was also a game called Space Trucker, full motion video game starring
Based on the movie?
starring Ned Beatty. No, not based on any movie. It was just a game called Space Trucker or Space Truck, one of those two.
What about Star Trek? That would be probably a great video game. Like if you wanted to have,
If you were a freight hauler in the Star Wars universe,
okay, so Joan and I had this long conversation the other night
yeah,
because I was talking about like sequel possibilities to Apollo and like where it could go from there. And I had just played around with Spacebucks.
Apollo
and I was like,
5X.
Well, huh?
Sorry,
So
sorry.
I
Thank
was
you, Hunter.
thinking-
Thank you. Go ahead.
So the thing that I was talking about with her though is like her dad is a truck driver
Yeah.
and I worked at a truck stop for pre-IT career. That was
Did you?
my last job that was before that. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So it's kind of like we've both seen the trucking industry, right? So I was thinking, well, what about an owner-operator spaceship game? Because that's kind of what Pioneer is, right? Is like you own this ship and you haul loads around and you try to find, you go somewhere and then it's like, oh, well, this needs to fly there. Okay. And then you fly it there and then you have to pay the maintenance on the ship and stuff. Yeah. But I'm thinking like there's a whole business sim happening here. Like if you actually look into the detail of, right, like if you had to buy your fuel, do the maintenance on the ship, and then make like X amount of profit on what you could haul, and then upgrade to perhaps a bigger ship or
Which
whatever.
sounds a lot like Euro Truck Simulator 2. In a
Kind
lot
of,
ways.
except that I'm not talking about a game where you actually fly the ship.
Oh, so it's like one of those. It's more like one of those management games, like Football Manager.
Yes, like
or,
Railroad Tycoon.
Okay, yeah, sure.
And the thing would be like you plot routes, for the truck or whatever, and at the beginning you would have a truck, okay,
Right.
and then like as things go on, you could hire another pilot and get a second truck, and
You would want to give players the option to fly one of these space trucks if they wanted to.
but that takes a lot of 3D.
I'm just saying,
skills
players
I don't have.
would probably want to do that.
Yeah, probably so. So, have you seen that game Convoy?
Yes, that FTL in
it's an
Mad
FTL
Max
-like
type thing. Yes,
I
it
kind
looks.
of like that. That's kind
Have
of
you
cool.
have you
But
played it?
yes, and it got me kind of thinking
Do you
about
buy
that. Like,
every game that comes out on Steam? Because
Yes.
mostly, yes.
I wish I could do that. That'd be nice.
Well, it's all in who you know.
Guys, I did buy a game today that y'all might enjoy called Windward.
Really?
Yo, it's great.
Is it gassy?
It's piratey. It's saily, piratey, procedurally generatedy, really beautifully. It just came out of early access today. Oh,
Neat.
you know what else just came out of early access today? We had them on the podcast about a year ago. Interplanetary.
Really?
Remember that game? It's the Scorched Earth where you're actually using Earth to
Oh my gosh, yes.
fling.
That's
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, it's out. It's got single player stuff in it now. And
That
yeah,
was a
so
fun game.
that is a fun game. We should maybe play that on Thursday.
Which was this?
Tonight. We've wasted the whole evening. God dang it.
I forgot about that. It's called Hunter. It's called Interplanetary. It's basically Scorched Earth, but instead of tanks hurling shit at each other, it's planets hurling shit at each other, and you have cities on your planets that generate income and stuff. But you also build weapons, and you have to take into account orbits and shit.
Oh yeah, I own this game.
Oh, dude. Oh, well. Maybe we should
Do
try.
you buy every game that comes out on Steam?
Oh my god.
I try to.
Okay.
I wish I could. That'd be great. That's the life.
I try to. I didn't say I do.
That's the life. I do
You
have
like
a I do
Gladiator?
I do have a huge wish list of games I want. I will tell you that.
Yeah, my wish list is rather large too. It's like 165.
Oh, mine's like 300 and shit, but that's also because I use it for price tracking.
I also have well over like 1,000 games on Steam.
I'm catching up to you though. I'm totally
Dude, I
catching up
was
to you.
shocked. I gotta look this dude up because it was one of the guys that came to me. By the way, this is another lesson that I learned from putting a game on Steam.
Yeah.
The minute that your game hits, I mean, within 5 minutes
Yeah.
of the game hitting in the coming soon list,
Yeah.
I had like 10 emails from people. Hey, can I get a Steam key? The best one was the guy that claimed to be like an alien invader, and the only way that I could prevent an invasion of Earth was to give him a Steam key.
Well, that's pretty clever. I like that.
That was pretty cool. I put
That's
that
pretty
up on
nice.
Twitter.
Yeah, that's nice.
Most of them is I would say 90% have been like Eastern European, right? Like Russia, Croatia,
Yeah,
whatever,
of course. Of course
and
they
it's
are.
all, but they're legit, right? Like the guy, they send me links to their YouTube page. Right?
Sure, with two
And-
videos, and then they sell the key later.
Probably. No, but I was just gonna send like a key, right? So the one guy, he's like, oh yeah, I'm like whoever, right? And I got this Russian site, and I do YouTube stuff, and so I'm like, okay,
Oh, yeah,
I'll go
Russian
check
rights,
I'll go
.com.
check your YouTube thing out before I ignore you. And I went there, and he's got 2.5 million subs,
Jesus
and I was
Christ.
just like, how many keys do you want?
Fuck, that was too nice.
I got 1,000 keys here. Just show it. Yeah, so I've had requests for localization into like 10 different languages now.
That's
And the interesting thing is when you look, like I see who bought the game, like what country they're in, what computer type
Yeah.
they were on when they bought it. Like I had Mac sales, and I'm like, I don't have the Mac
And,
version.
and let me guess, lots of Eastern European people buying.
A lot.
That says something because during the dark years,
You mean like?
between 2000 and 2012, pretty much.
Oh, I thought
Most
I
of
thought
our-
you were
most
talking
of-
about like last year.
No, you mean puberty. No,
Oh.
most of our space games came from the Eastern Europeans. They
Yeah.
were still making them. The
is
Russians,
true.
the Ukrainians, they were still, making Space Rangers, and they were making Parkin, and they were
Right,
making
and
the Tomorrow War.
it kept those people busy. And now that space games have come back, now we have Putin just invading people because he ain't got shit else to do.
That's right.
So we need to get the space games like put back in the box and put those.
It's
people
gonna happen eventually. It always does. These things happen in cycles. So eventually, space games will fall out of favor again.
Yeah.
And we will.
I
have-
think they're gonna go way up before it goes way down.
Oh yeah, no, it did last time. It'll do it again. I mean, you had Free Space 2, still the best there is, at the tail end of the last
Because we still have that 3D market to come out, right? The Oculus Rift and
the
stuff
Oculus,
like that.
The Oculus, yeah.
So
yeah,
we still have that to look forward to.
Yeah, that'll keep it going.
There
a
will
little.
be Eve Valkyrie.
Yeah,
That'll be
and of
interesting.
course more Elite, and of course Star Citizen,
Yeah.
and No Man's Sky, and
Yeah.
Oh, No Man's Sky, God.
Oh, did you guys see that? I put a video up on Facebook today. I think I shared this out. It was the procedural planet generated in somebody's engine, and they had like a Kickstarter or something. Dude, that is a mighty blue vest. I'm loving that.
I don't know what you mean by blue vest, and I don't.
I'm
know
looking
what
at
game you're
Hunter's
talking-
wedding picture here, where he's got like his blue vest on.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
It's like
That is
Wow,
awesome.
that's a segue, Jim.
Yeah.
Guys, we've been talking for almost 2 hours. We should probably start wrapping
I'm
this
not
up.
done yet. Wait.
Oh. Folks,
I'm trying to find this thing, and now I have to go like through like all these pictures of my 3 friends on
well,
Facebook.
while you're doing that, I just want to say something.
I love you too.
I do love you guys, but folks, I need your help. We need your help.
we need your help.
Nice. Very. I can't do it. I'm done. You pulled out Galaxy Quest, which is going to be a show, which I'm super excited about. I hope they have
How
Guy.
does that even work?
I hope they have Guy. I hope they have Guy on there. That's all I care about.
Guy.
I live for Guy. We gotta leave where one of those things kills Guy. Probably my favorite line in the whole movie. We gotta get out of here before one of those things kills Guy.
I die before the first commercial break.
Do you know my last name? Nobody does.
Sorry, man. I totally derailed you. Go ahead.
No, that's fine. Because I could talk about Galaxy Quest all fucking day. Folks, I need your help. I'm trying to get more visitors to the podcast, more visitors to the site. And there's only so much self-promotion I feel comfortable doing. Like, I go to forums that I hang out on, and they have, threads about talking about gaming podcasts. And I could easily be that guy and say, hey, guys, check out our podcast. But I don't want to be that guy. I try and promote the site, but I don't want to be an asshole about it. So I want to ask you guys, if you like this podcast, if you like the website, if you like the YouTube channel, if you could just share it somehow on maybe the forums you frequent or your Twitter. Just tell friends, hey, I love this podcast. You guys should check it out. All right, this YouTube channel is great. You guys should check it out. I'm really just trying to get more eyes on the stuff that we work very hard on. This sounds like just a bunch of guys shooting the shit, but we do work hard on this podcast, and I do work hard on the site and the videos. And I'm not begging. I try not to ask of much, but if you guys could just spread the love a little bit, I would super. I hate asking even, but I figured it couldn't hurt. So if you guys could just if you're on a forum and they have a thread talking about your favorite gaming podcasts, just mention this one, or if you're on a forum or if you're on Twitter and people are talking about your favorite YouTube channels, just mention Space Game Junkie. That's really all I ask. I mean, sometimes I feel like I'm spinning my wheels doing this, and I don't want to feel that way. You know what I mean? I want this to continue to be fun and exciting, but I also want to try and continue to grow my user base because I want to do this full time at some point, and I can't do it without you guys. So that's my plea. I probably won't ask this again for a long time because that felt weird. I felt uncomfortable. But if you guys could just help me out or help us out, just by spraying the love, spraying the word, that would be really awesome. Because I love this site, I love this podcast, I love my co-hosts, and we work really hard to entertain and inform and help you guys find great space games to play and talk about great space games. And I know it's very niche, but I could really just I'm getting off verklempt. I could really use the help. we could really use the help. So that's it. Thank you. That's all I wanted to say about that.
So help us or we shoot this dog.
Oh, did you watch Kingsman?
No.
Oh, you need to see Kingsman.
Spoiler alert. Now I don't need to.
I don't need to. Yeah.
Not really. I'm just saying. There is a dog.
And had vampires in it, and he didn't talk to me for like 2 weeks.
I'm just saying there is a dog. It's got one of the finest violent murder scenes I've seen in any action movie.
Excellent.
Boy, howdy.
So,
Hunter, you saw it?
Oh, I went to the theater and saw that shit.
I saw it twice. I'm talking about the church scene. You know what I mean.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean.
One of the most brilliant ballets of violence ever put to film. I'm not even kidding. It's just...
And what happened like right after that scene?
Oh, God,
Jesus.
yeah. Oh, fuck. Totally. That movie was great.
Hey, Jim, do us a favor. When you go to watch that, like, live tweet us.
Okay.
Yeah, really. Live tweet us. Especially during the scene, Hunter, and the church scene. That's all I'm going to say. The church scene. That's all you need to know.
Anyway, the engine thing that I was talking about, the procedural planet generation thing.
Yes, thank you.
So
yes.
I hunted this down, and it's the iNove engine, which is actually...
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that one. Yeah.
So it's actually... Do you remember... Oh, God, back in, like, 2006, they had that game. It was called Infinity. And
is that the game that either never came out or was in beta forever?
Photorealistic, and there was a space station. Essentially, it looked like Evacron Mercenary with photographic.
I do recall
visuals.
that. I recalled nothing really ever happened with it.
Well, they're still making the engine.
What?
Right? So I saw,
right,
a video. And it's apparently it's like a video from 2013 or something that I was looking at. But the video is just like bonkers, right? So it puts me in mind of No Man's Sky.
Yes.
And then it also made me think about the whole Brabenverse thing. So, and because in Elite, the planetary landings crap. Yeah. And I'm thinking, like, the problem with that is every space game that I've ever played where you had planetary landings, there's, like, a city on the planet, right?
Yeah.
So New York City is like 10 buildings and a landing pad.
Yeah.
You know, like, what are you gonna do, right?
Yeah.
So, that's disappointing. Like,
I get why they do that. I mean, it's gonna be difficult to render a planet full of cities.
But I look at this engine and I'm like, oh, it could be done.
Yeah, No Man's Sky, I think it's one of those things where it'll grow. Like, it won't just be 10 cities constantly. Like, I think it'll start out and then, like,
we hope,
branch out.
We hope.
Well, from what
we really know next to nothing about how that game actually plays.
Yeah, well, that's gonna need to be on our ticket for an interview.
Eventually, I mean, I keep forgetting it's coming out for the PC, but apparently it is. Apparently,
it is.
So that's something. But anyway, yeah, we should wrap this up. We've been talking for almost 2 hours. So yeah, guys, that's my plea. Again, please just share the show, share the site, share the channel,
share the love,
exactly, with people you know. Next week we have a guest. We're bringing on the developer of Commander Kamala, which is a space adventure game that is reminiscent, apparently, of Starflight. So the developer tells me. I've played a very, very early version of it, and they're not entirely wrong. So next week we're going to be talking about that. We'll have a build, so we'll be playing it on the Twitch channel. And then we're going to try and do some more topic-oriented shows for a while, because we've been having guest after guest after guest. I don't want to mix it up a little bit. So we're going to try doing some topic stuff too. There's a calendar on the site with all the shows that are upcoming, and there's also a calendar in the Steam group. There is a Steam group. It's just called Space Game Junkie. The calendar there also has all the podcasts coming up, so keep an eye for that. I think that's it. Do you guys have any parting words?
Arugula.
Chocolate rain.
Pancakes.
Anyway, folks, thank you so much for watching, for listening, for being awesome. We appreciate you. We love you. Welcome to
Space
Costco.
Whales.
Welcome to Costco. I love you. And We will see you next week. Have a good one, folks. Bye bye.
All right, take it easy.